Malcolm Nance, who's the former US Naval Intelligence Officer. He's also a best-selling author. He's been to Ukraine and he's fought alongside the Ukrainian military. He joins us now. Malcolm Nance, thank you very much. You, I can see you on Zoom. Our listeners can't. Your expression, I wish listeners could see it. Can you tell us how you're feeling now?
Well, quite chagrined. I was listening to your program before, and Gareth from Northern Ireland but put it quite well. We used to have presidents of the United States who respected freedom, democracy, liberty, understood the oppression that countries which engage in democracy have from dictatorships, warlords, potentates. And what you saw today, for your listening audience, my look of absolute shock, what you saw today was the single most disgraceful display of any president of the United States in American history, bar none. We all know presidents have tough conversations behind the closed doors. Lyndon B. Johnson during the Civil Rights era, FDR and Churchill early in World War II. There's always some measure of diplomacy towards a common goal. Not here, because the United States under Donald Trump, right, not as president, right, as the occupant of the seat in the Oval Office, is shilling for Moscow. And why he thought he would bring Zelensky in and attempt to humiliate him after he had already received an agreement, which would help offset some of the costs, which the United States at this point has never done. We have never asked for people fighting for freedom to repay us. I mean, if that's the case, the United States owes $500 billion to NATO for Afghanistan. But what you're looking at here is a petty dictator wannabe trying to act tough, talking in Twitter, internet memes to satisfy Vladimir Putin and Elon Musk. Utterly disgraceful.
And if anyone disrespected the Oval Office, I would contend, it was Donald Trump. It was not President Zelensky. The way he treated his guest who had, we assume President Zelensky flew, but the airspace is closed. He might well have spent 14 hours on a train to Warsaw and then taken a long flight to the United States. And to have that kind of treatment meted out to him by the vice president and the president in that bullying way, as you say, we have never seen the like. Where does it go from here?
Well, President Zelensky, I thought, handled it well. And if I can correct you, or let me rephrase that, if I can assist your audience in understanding who the leader of the free world is right now, it's Volodymyr Zelensky. It is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not believe in democracy. Donald Trump does not believe in the values that the American Revolution were founded on: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, right? And all the values that made us a constitutional republic. He doesn't respect you as a constitutional, parliamentarian system, or your monarchy, or the Commonwealth. And this is where we have trouble. These people out there are acting as if they are living their lives in an alternate reality on Twitter, because nothing Trump and Vance said about Ukraine was true. None of it. Ukraine is not destroyed from end to end. It takes 18 hours to drive across Ukraine. And if you do it like I've done many times, the war is in the last 30 to 45 minutes in a limited part of the southeast of Ukraine. Will you hear air raid sirens? Yes, you will. But you will see a country that is completely functional. No war, nothing being destroyed. Okay. Are they conscripting soldiers? Yes, because they're at war with Russia.
Okay.
These people are unfired from reality, really.
I know. Emotions are definitely running high. I just want to ask you, you said I agree, President Zelensky has nothing to be ashamed of in that meeting. Only his White House hosts do. However, he still needs the US. He still needs the security guarantees. Can President Zelensky ever come back and sign a deal after what happened today?
Look, Volodymyr Zelensky came from a country that was relatively corrupt before the Ukraine war, right? Everybody knows that Ukraine had a problem with corruption. The minute that war started, the Ukrainians zeroed that out. There is no corruption in Ukraine. Their SWAT cops are hunting for people who are war profiteers, who are trying to make money off of this.
Can you
So
answer the
Zelensky,
question? Yes, just on
yes.
Zelensky and his standing now as a head of state. How can he bring his country into peace with this going on in the US?
Well, I'm just saying, he in fact does. If Donald Trump, who is probably going to be pretty angry about this, might even cut off all security assistance based on his ego.
Okay.
Zelensky has Europe as his back. He doesn't necessarily
Is it
need
time?
the United States to win this war.
Okay, well, I mean, it would be a great thing, but it's not
It would be.
necessarily realpolitik. If Europe was strong enough to do it on its own, it remains to be seen if that's achievable. Thank you very much indeed for your time this evening.